Welcome to Call of the Elder Gods. What are they calling us about? I'm not sure, but I assume we're going to find out. Yes, this is a Lovecraftian narrative exploration puzzle game. So there's gonna be story, there's gonna be some sort of puzzles, there might be spooky ancient horrors. We'll see, we'll see. It is also a follow-up to Call of the Sea, which came out a few years back. I have played it, but not on the channel. When we start this game, it asks us if we played Call of the Sea. So I'm just gonna say no. And then hopefully whenever there's any information that we need to know in this game, the game is just gonna, give us any details necessary, and we don't have to worry about whether we played the previous game or we remember it, because I don't remember most of the details of it because it's been a while. Well, that's definitely
what was that?
Some elder language. And here we are in a magical land. Prologue. A dream, a phone call, and a therapy session. Okay. Well, we're in a magical land, so I'm not sure where we're having those therapy sessions.
This is the story of a young girl. A girl who had strange and disturbing dreams.
Okay. Well, I mean, not too disturbing so far. It looks kind of pretty, right? I'm not feeling disturbing dreams yet.
I know this place. I've been here before. This is the ancient stone city amidst the jungle.
Okay, she's familiar with this place. Okay, there are some spooky sounds potentially. So that's gonna be where the something is speaking to us. Ooh, a dinosaur.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Okay, she's not impressed.
Just ignore him. He's not gonna hurt you. Just keep going.
Hey, are you too familiar then? That you know he's not gonna hurt you? Hello, Mr. Dinosaur. How you doing? You just hang out here, around this ancient city? Okay, well, there is some objects in the sky. At the longest that, oh no, I mean, we literally just dropped in, so you haven't missed much. We're in a dream, apparently, and there's a dinosaur. That's all you need to know at this point. And there is someone speaking to us in some sort of ancient language.
This constellation. Where am I? This is not the Earth.
I mean, I think it was fairly obvious this is not the end. Looks like a Dimetrodon or related. They were carnivores. You most definitely would try to hunt something small and squishy as us. Well, that one's chill. So we're lucky.
Con Vector Yagna Yith. In other words, find a statuette and save my race.
Here's your answer, Crystal. She speaks ancient gods, apparently. So she can translate for us. Call of the Elder Gods. Yes. Let's go. Let's go to the title. It's calling us. Something's shiny up there as well. Is that the statuette? Is that what we're looking for? There we go, we find it. That was the whole Elder God business. Then we're good.
Statuette! Here it is. Finally. I have to get it. I have to...
Oops. We woke up before we could get it.
This is the story of Evie Drayton.
Quick. Before I forget. Where did I put my notebook? I have to write everything down.
Looking for answers was part of Evie's observant nature and analytical mind. Her recurrent dreams began shortly after a period in 1956, when she'd completely lost consciousness.
Okay, so we have our character Evie, and then we have mysterious ancient god voice that speaks in our dreams. And then we have some sort of lady that narrates our life as well. So multiple things. Multiple people are speaking.
Thank goodness. Still have a couple hours until thermodynamics class starts.
Okay, so she's got class. So is she university then?
Uncle Mo showed me a trick or two when I would help him in the motor shop. Tinkering with gadgets always puts me at ease.
She's like into doing mechanical things then. Miskatonic University, class of 57. If you withdraw, this card must be surrendered. An exchange for an admissions card might be arranged. Signature Evangeline. Okay, that's us.
I was lucky to be accepted at Miskatonic. It was one of the first universities in Massachusetts to admit non-white students.
Okay, well, it's the olden times, but not that old. It's only 1957, so not too old. Okay, there is lots of things to look at. But what did she want? She wanted some sort of journal. There is some letters. Professor Harrison Everhart, Department of Archaeology, Miskatonic University.
I must have written about 1,000 letters to the archaeology dean in Miskatonic, and I've never received any answer.
I mean, if you're writing to them being like, hey, you got an ancient statuette some gods may want, then I'm not sure they are like, maybe we shouldn't, answer this person. Is that the journal?
Here it is. Evie's Nightmare Journal.
Evie was worried that someone might read it. That's why she kept it locked away under that complicated padlock.
Okay, we have supposedly complicated padlock. Yes, we can't just open. So, do we just... Okay, we can spin those things. So that feels like we can spin it so that the middle piece fits. There we go. Okay, she's been sketching all of the things she can see. Okay, the phone is ringing. What's going on?
Yes,
Is this... are you Evangeline Drayton?
that's right. Who am I talking to?
I am the Dean of Archaeology at Miskatonic University. I believe you wanted to ask me some questions, right?
Yes. Yes, of course. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, Professor
Meet me today at 6 p.m. at 5 Prospect Road, outside of Boston.
Boston? That's almost a 2-hour train ride from Arkham. I thought
Do you want to talk or not?
Yes, of course. I'll be there. 6 p.m., Prospect Road. See you in a couple of hours, Professor. All right, I should get ready. There's a lot of information here about my strange dreams and my amnesia. I'd better go through it again before I leave. I don't want to miss any questions when I talk to the professor.
Okay, so the guy she was writing letters to, now suddenly he wants to talk. Also, I like how there's like handprints on this desk. What's that about? Oh yes, okay, she wants us to review the information in the room before we go anywhere. The following is a correct copy of the credits earned by Evangeline Drayton during the 1956-57 class. Okay, straight A's.
I've always been a good student, but during my amnesia period, I almost reached excellence. All straight A's?
Her amnesia period. Okay, so the narrator said like she lost consciousness, but now we're saying she had amnesia and she didn't, like, she was going to school and doing things, but she didn't know she was doing it. She's forgotten. Anything here? No. Anything in this drawer? Because I saw it was highlighted. Yes, there's a letter. Dear Miss Drayton, please find enclosed the semi-annual disbursement of $250 issued under the terms of your late father's insurance policy held with the Hydrangea Foundation. With kind regards and continued service. Okay, so her father died, and like there's a picture here, so that might be him. It's Evangeline and Dad. Hello, very much Kraft. Welcome, welcome.
I wish Papa had never taken that job in San Francisco. He'd still be with us.
Okay, so he's passed away. Whether that's related to the story or not, we do not know. Okay, so there's a few things here.
Spitsbergen Island and Svalbard. Apparently, I researched this area of the Arctic thoroughly during the time I lost consciousness.
Okay, so she was doing like research and everything, but she doesn't remember it. We can't really like read too much of this text. There's a picture of her. What have you missed? I mean, she has dreams about some ancient civilization asking her to find a statuette. And we're about to go and meet some professor of archaeology. But first we're catching up on lore.
This photo was taken during my amnesia. I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah, so she was walking around studying, doing research, but she can't remember any of it. Unusual finding at the Peasley excavation. That's the statuette. It's actually real. Okay, I was like, oh, you asked them about a weird statuette, but no, actually they found it. An expedition funded by Miskatonic University professor Nathaniel Wingate Peasley to caves near Rappahannock River has resulted in the discovery of a statuette containing an ebony sphere of unknown origin. This and other relics have been donated to the university's archaeological archive for further study. Professor Harrison Walton Everhart, Dean of Archaeology at Miskatonic, oversaw the transport operation and now leads research into the artifact's nature and origins. Okay, so it's actually a statuette that has been uncovered by the people at the university she goes to, and now she's having dreams about it with like ancient beings asking her for it.
When I saw this picture, I couldn't believe it. It's the same statuette I always see in my dreams.
Yeah, so, okay, so it's not just a random thing she sees, it's actually something that they've uncovered. Oh, here's the dinosaur.
This scary fellow that haunts me in my dreams is a Dimetrodon. He roamed the Earth 270 million years ago.
Oh,
and although it may seem like it, he is not a dinosaur.
Look, Juan, you were right once again in your identification.
Beatrice, along with me, is one of the few ladies studying physics at Miskatonic.
It's a friend from university.
Julian, Beatrice, Herbie, and I, we're always together.
Yes, you are our source of knowledge. And then a constellation?
I've searched every astronomy book at the Miskatonic Library, but none of them contain any reference to this constellation.
Well, yes, it does not look like something you can see from Earth, so potentially that's what you can see from the planet that this ancient race came from that's now calling to us.
Rhythm and blues is definitely my kind of music.
Okay. Anything in our cupboard? No, we can't open it. Okay. I think I've looked at everything here. No, there's a box as well. Patient Evangeline Drayton, age 26, reason for consultation, episode of amnesia with spontaneous resolution. Ms. Drayton presented for consultation after experiencing total memory loss that lasted for a period of 3 months. Despite the unusual nature of the case, her general condition is excellent. She shows no physical sequelae, neurological alterations, or sign of cognitive decline. Okay, so for 3 months she was just living her life, but now she can't remember any of it. I mean, living her life, but like doing some very specific research and then having weird nightmares. Okay. Now we go meet the guy.
Before leaving, Evie asked herself if she had finished gathering all the information in her room.
Okay, I mean, I think I have. Like, I looked at all the things.
All right, I think I've gathered what I need.
As odd as it seemed to Evie that the dean didn't meet her at the university, her need to know was stronger than her doubts. She was determined to attend the meeting. There, she would come across another protagonist in this story.
Okay, dual protagonists.
So, you have finally decided to talk to that young lady, Professor.
Yes.
Acknowledging responsibility for our previous mistakes is vital to moving forward. You've taken a crucial step in...
Listen, there's no need for us to talk, Doctor. The only reason I let you into my house is because you insisted it was necessary to prescribe my medication.
This is also the story of a sad, guilt-ridden, and lonely man. This is the story of my husband, Professor Harry Everhart.
Yes, I know well enough that discussing the effectiveness of our therapy sessions with you is futile. But you need to understand that therapy is just a part of the whole treatment. Without it, I can't go and...
Ask whatever you deem necessary, and let's get this over with as soon as possible.
Fine. What about your position as dean at Miskatonic University? We talked some time ago about your relationship with work. Was somewhat obsessive.
I didn't say that. You did.
Well, you told me you practically lived secluded in this very home, and the only thing that drove you to leave it was your job obligations. So, how would you define that?
Okay, so that was quite a bit of info drop, right? Because now we're the professor. Like there's a picture on the wall which looks like the guy from the paper, but also the voice sounds like the guy who called on the phone. But then also the narrator said that that's her husband, right? So like, how is everyone in here involved with this? Who's the narrator, right? Who's speaking about all of this? Okay, we can say thing. I'm an academic professional, that's all. It might be a little unhealthy. I mean, he sounds like he's stuck in his thinking of like, no, what I'm doing is fine, so let's go with the top answer.
I do what they pay me for. Teaching, student assessment, and certain logistical duties fall within my responsibilities. Cheering at the Miskatonic Mariners football games does not.
And are you happy with that? With your life now?
What kind of question is that?
Well, I'm asking it because it sounds like you're subjecting yourself to a kind of self-punishment.
I am not. Next question.
There's another topic you've never wanted to delve into, Professor. Would you now be open to...
You're going to do it anyway, so go ahead.
Okay. What happened to your wife, Professor?
She died at home after a long disease.
Harry hated giving details about my death, especially if those details meant talking about a certain expedition and deaths other than mine.
I see. And how do you feel about that and all?
What's my wife got to do with all this?
You see, the reason I'm asking, Professor, is because when we began therapy, you mentioned visions. Some sort of oily shadows casting themselves on the wall. You mentioned those visions began shortly after whatever happened to your wife. So, tell me, do you still see those shadows, Professor?
Yep, I'm seeing them right now, right this very minute. But yes, from what they said right now, the wife is the narrator and she talked about the expedition, so is the wife actually the protagonist from the first game? I think, because it says she died, but I don't think she like died. She just went, to live with the sea people or whatever that was supposed to imply. So yeah, her spirit might still be around. Okay, well, should we tell him? Should we tell him about the ghostly oil in our office? Let's see how he reacts to that.
No, not since I started taking the medication at least.
I pressed yes.
Harry had tried everything, and none of it worked. Not even the medication that helped him sleep could take away those oily shadows. But he kept it to himself.
Okay, yeah, so doesn't
Listen,
matter, he lies anyway.
There is something different I want to try in today's session. I believe hypnotherapy might...
Don't even think about it. Hypnotism is a scam.
Professor, with all due respect, I believe you're mistaking mesmerism with hypnotism. Even so, if you want me to prescribe the...
You won't give me my medication unless I submit to your quack experiment, is that it?
I'm deeply sorry you see it that way, Professor. But I need you to trust me in this.
Then go ahead. Wave a pocket watch in my face if that's what you need to do.
There's no need for pocket watches, Professor. The sound of a metronome will be more than enough. I need you to relax and free your mind. And think of something pleasant. A fond memory, if you will. Something that took place here, in the Everhart Manor.
A fond memory? In this place?
It wasn't easy for Harry to find a fond memory in the same manor where he had spent an extremely unhappy childhood.
Maybe.
Maybe.
December 1930. The last Christmas my wife and I ever spent at Everhart Manor. She insisted on coming, despite my parents never approving of our marriage. But that was the kind of person she was.
Interesting. Tell me more about it, Professor Everhart.
Every time I gave her a present, I prepared a little scavenger hunt. She loved it. She loved solving my stupid riddles.
Are we gonna solve a riddle? This is Call of the Elder
As
Gods.
you may have noticed, this story has more than one protagonist. And though I am not one of them, I believe I, Nora Everhart, play a crucial part in it. Can I open my eyes now, Harry?
Not yet. We're almost there. Let me open the door and... Now, open your eyes.
Right now we're just literally playing the intro, so there's a lot of dialogue.
Look what you've prepared. It's another one of your scavenger hunts, huh?
Of course, old pal. Now, if you want your present, you'll have to earn it.
Can I use my journal to write down clues?
Well, technically that's against the rules, but I'll turn a blind eye this time.
You're so kind.
Okay, we have a journal. So yes, we're doing a scavenger hunt, so getting into some puzzling right now. I assume that's the professor at the time. Okay, we've got Christmas tree, we've got piano, we've got a safe. Is the safe where we... Yeah, that's the professor before, right? That's before his wife died, that the wife is dead, but now a narrator, so I guess somehow not dead because she's able to observe this entire situation and narrate it. So yes, she went to live with the sea people, yes. There's a safe. So is that what we're trying to maybe open? Because that needs a 3-digit code, so maybe he hid something there. Can we open?
I wonder what my darling husband is keeping locked up in here.
Yeah.
You'll have to put that brain of yours to work to find it.
We need to find a code. Play it? Okay, hopefully it's not a music puzzle in a way that requires us to know sound.
What are you up to now?
Wait. There's something wrong in this memory. This wasn't...
Ignore it. Focus on that moment. Your wife. That happy memory.
Okay, the oily splotches are bleeding in. They're bleeding into the memory. Hammer all the keys at once, and then maybe that's what we do.
Oh, look at your sad little face in this photo.
You know me. I've never been the life of the party. I'm seeing those oily shadows in here. Why am I seeing those shadows?
Focus, Professor. Keep remembering.
Okay, so he's seeing the shadows. Well, let's see. Let's look at the piano. There are shapes
Tell me you
on
didn't
the
vandalize
piano.
a piano just for a scavenger hunt, old pal.
Nora, who do you think I am? It's just crayon.
Okay, some of them don't play any notes. Right, so the spiral plays nothing. So hopefully it's not an audio puzzle. Hopefully it's just a puzzle about that. So the spiral plays nothing. broke the piano. The star plays nothing. And then the triangle plays nothing. Okay, we've played the piano, as it asked us to do. But...
This darkness. Everhart Manor. My house is not...
Professor, don't drift off. Keep going.
Yes, bad things are happening, but please don't pay attention to it. We need to figure out how that translates to numbers, because it is actually 3 shapes, so... If we can figure out what this means as numbers, that should give us something for the safe here. Okay, some books and booze on the shelves. Some folders we can't interact with. Nice plants. Yes, the ink is covering all the windows. The portraits.
I swear, even in a painting, your father's stare sends shivers down my spine. You know you're looking more like him every year.
Nora, for the love of God, don't even joke about that.
Okay, that was a portrait of his father, but right now it's just a black splotch that we cannot see. What else? Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, 1931. Yes, that was, he said, Christmas 1930, right? So
A new decade. I wonder what the future has in store for us.
nothing in the fireplace, more plants. Nothing, I mean, there are digits on the phone, but doesn't seem like there are any markings. Ah, the bubbles are interactive. Ah, we've got numbers. So it's 7, but this isn't one of the shapes that we want. We've got a 3 on a kind of diamond shape. Anything on this one? Okay, 4 on a star. A star is one of the shapes that we do want. What else? What else? We've got triangles. 6. She is writing all that down as well, so maybe I don't need to. 2 on squares. Yes, as you say, it could be number of points. That could be the ordering. 5 on the pentagon. 1 on the spiral. Oh, I think I already saw the triangle. I didn't write it down. Let me just recheck. There we go. Triangle here. It's 6 on the triangle. Okay, so then... What did she write in these? Okay, so she also only took notes of the shapes that didn't play any sound. So the spiral, the star, and the triangle. So is it just gonna be the order they are on the piano? So spiral, star, triangle, so 1, 4, 6 is the code? Uh, 1, 4, 6. There we go. Just the...
Harry, I can't believe it! It's that statuette! And it even has a black ooze orb. Just what I wanted for Christmas.
I don't think that's what happened.
Wait, what do you mean a statuette? Don't touch it, Nora!
Keep going, Professor. It's important. Where is the statuette now?
Where's the statuette now? Oh.
You're no psychiatrist. Who are you?
I'm not going to ask you again, Professor Everhart.
He's got a gun.
Shortly after Harry's peculiar hypnosis session, Evie finally arrived at Everhart Manor.
Prospect Road 5. Here it is. Professor Everhart. It's me, Evangeline. Wait. What is going on here?
That the fake therapist...
Professor? Is everything all right?
Most people would have turned away and left, but not Evangeline Drayton. She had been waiting for months to talk with the professor. No way was she letting it slip away. So, she decided to climb over the walls of the Everhart Manor.
Also, very important, there's a manor. We get to break into a manor. The Everhart Manor.
Ugh. This looks like something straight out of Tales from the Crypt.
Yes, so she got invited to his house while he's having a therapy session with a fake therapist that
Hey,
actually
that window is open.
wants to get the statuette, right? Because that was the actual point of this. He wanted the professor to reveal where the statuette was. Like, can we get a shovel? But none of them are interactable, so no digging for us. So that's a shame. But I guess we're going in the window. Yeah, she's so determined. She's like, I don't care about the rain. I'm just gonna get in here,
Professor Everhart.
break into your house,
Evangeline.
even if it's raining. Like, she's committed, right? She's not gonna even wait for him to open the door or anything. She's like, I'm breaking it. Doesn't matter. Okay. Conveniently blocked hallway, so we can't go through. A family portrait.
This fellow really looks like the professor, but it's not him.
Yeah, well, I assume his father from the previous conversations.
The Everhart children. Harrison, Madeline, Richard, and Donna. That must be Elizabeth Everhart. She looks sad.
So that's his like parents and siblings. We should count the gills or fish people.
It appears the Everharts have been quite well off for generations. Or so they used to be.
Yeah, I mean, he's a university professor. I don't think they get paid a lot. But I guess they have a family manor, so he may already have money. Creepy paintings. And then family portraits. Not sure how much there might be in terms of items we may need to pick up, so I'm just looking around just in case.
Wow. Look at the size of this library. It's almost as big as Miskatonic's.
Actually, it wasn't even a third the size of Miskatonic's library. But young people can be terribly impressionable at times.
Okay, the narrator is just snarking us. Okay, someone was here, potentially doing some reading. Okay, there is some paper. My esteemed colleague, the excavation is a blank to me. Another in a long list of troubling absences in my memory from that period. They claim I was there, and no doubt I was, given their repeated attempts to reach me. I cannot bring myself to trust them, but I place my trust in you. Do what must be done with the statuette. Cordial, Nathaniel Wingate Peasley. Okay, so he was one of the people involved in the excavation, but he also cannot remember. So he's lost his memory, and then we lost our memory as well. So definitely something to do with that statuette.
Troubling absences in my memory. That's exactly how I felt during those 3 months of 1956.
Yeah, so it's probably all related. Okay, signs of a struggle. Lamp. How is this lamp on? What? How is it powered? Does it have batteries? I wouldn't imagine the amount of work that the housekeeper had to clean in the house. I mean, if you have this size of house, I imagine you must have to be able to afford, like, a large amount of stuff. Because, yes, who's gonna clean this all and, you know, make sure it's all dusted and maintained?
What on earth happened here?
Yes, chairs, some papers, and the magic lamp. Lots of cleaning.
Ugh, I wish this fireplace was lit. It's bone-chilling cold in here.
No. Clearly no one's been around to tend to fire. But once again, they just store, like, random alcohol with their books. Surely you have a bar for that in such a fancy house, right? Faculty board, Miskatonic University.
Dyer was my applied geophysics professor. He was very strict. Strange character.
So Professor Everhart, he looks a lot younger than all of the other ones for some reason. Not sure if that's important. Yeah, lots of book just not put away. What's this? Is this supposed to be food or some sort of weird plant? Or maybe it's like specimens from the expedition they did to the sea people in Call of the Sea, like things they brought back, because that's a bit weird. Yeah, some other dead plants. Globe.
There's something oddly comforting about spinning these globes.
Globe puzzle. Anything inside it? No. Okay, she said like, oh, comforting spinning, but then she just barely moved it. Spin it at least. Okay, lots of drinking. Anything? Oh, there's a box. Maybe something here. Harry, we know how hard it is for you to open up after what happened to Nora. But we are your family. Your brother and sisters love you. Don't lock yourself away in that house.
Evangeline had never pictured the professor as anything but a hermit. Certainly not someone his relatives still worried about.
Okay, so that's his siblings writing to him, being like, oh yeah, speak to people. Yo, the hounds, you do all of the work yourself so you can balance the weight gain caused by my sweet. I mean, it's certainly quite an exercise just to go around this whole house and dust and clean. Oh, a skull. Hello.
Good thing the skull is fake.
Okay, are you sure it's fake? You qualified to say that? November 7, 1925, yet only those who unravel the mystery of life shall prove themselves worthy of communing with the spirits. We can't change the past, but we must anticipate the future. Okay, speaking with ghosts, Mrs. Elizabeth Everhart cordially invites you to a seance at Everhart Manor. Ooh, a seance, although this is from 1925, so it was a long time ago. Upon the stroke of midnight, this coming Friday, you are summoned to the hollow grounds of the Pantheon.
Rich people definitely had weird ways of entertaining themselves.
But it wasn't mere entertainment. Harry's mother's life had long been shaped by tragedy, and she had become obsessed with the afterlife.
They were getting extra information from the narrator, because obviously she knows the family.
Goodness gracious. The professor's taste in literature is nothing if not peculiar.
Yeah, yes. All of those books are basically unmarked, right? We can't see the titles on the spines or anything, so it's just a collection of books.
No use. It's locked.
Okay. This is locked. And what about that other door? Because we went past it. There we go. That one's open. Okay, so this
must
is
be
the
the
office.
professor's office.
Okay, so this is where they were sitting while they were doing this therapy session, not therapy session. Starry wisdom, attendance by invitation only. When the stars are aligned, the relationship of lost civilization with astrology. Caleb Bowen, President. Next Monday, April 9th, 1956. Yeah, the 1900s was rich time for occult. Yeah, it was. There was lots of manners and seances. Okay, starry wisdom, yep.
Astrology is the most utterly stupid thing I've ever come across.
It's not exactly science, that one. Something under the chair. Starry wisdom. Providence. Okay, so something to do with that flyer.
A lapel pin with a rather peculiar emblem.
Yes. Okay. So yes, they were here. But I guess he took the professor somewhere, because they're not here anymore. Yeah, we've got some books with actual
different
titles.
languages. Spanish, Italian, German, Latin. Looks like one is missing.
Okay, so those are books that we can rearrange, so this will be a puzzle. But one is missing, so I presume we have to find it first before we can solve whatever this is, as well as find some clues. But yes, different languages, they start with different letters and stuff like that, so that might That might be something to do with it. Things on the desk. Visit from Dr. Frog in the Throat. Ask him for medication. And Evangeline prepare. Okay, so he, at least from this, it seems he already had plans to meet us, right? It doesn't seem to be related to the fake psychiatrist forcing him to call us. That was already in his diary to do. Starry Wisdom, that's the same people from the leaflet. Professor Everhart, I respectfully urge you to stop ignoring my letters. Let us put the past behind. Please consider my offer for the artifact. I'm willing to pay a substantial sum for it. Sincerely, Caleb Bowen. Okay. So yes, there, after the statuette, they read about it being found and they've been trying to get it. I forgot to make her comment.
Despite his tone, this Bowen fella doesn't seem particularly friendly.
No, he does not.
Professor had another appointment today with a therapist.
Yep, he did, and the therapist turned out to be dangerous. Ah, a key!
A key? I wonder what this opens. A key.
Okay, well, we're taking it, and we're gonna figure that out. There we go, yes. That's definitely the protagonist from the previous game, because that's actually how she looks on the art for that game.
Nora and Harry? The professor was married.
Yep. And then she went to live with the ancient fish people. Are those plants that are on the shelf, is it basil? I don't think so. Basil has much bigger leaves. Not sure what those are. I mean, I would think in a room with no windows, whatever they are is plastic, basically, because there is no way plants are surviving in here. His portrait?
Professor Everhart doesn't look so intimidating in that portrait.
Yep, that's him. What else? This pyramid with the eye, but not something we can inspect.
Wow. The professor served in U.S. intelligence during the war.
It's extraordinary service. All that stuff. Okay. Another piece of paper. After those 3 men showed up last night, I left one of the books in the greenhouse. I locked it and left the key in the mausoleum. I need to buy a weapon just in case they decide to come back.
Greenhouse. And the mausoleum.
Yes, okay, so we have to get the missing book from the greenhouse, but we have to get the key from the mausoleum. Were they plastic plants back then? I'm not sure, actually, like when the fake plants become a thing. Yes, the books have titles, but we're missing one, so we have to go and find the missing book before we can do anything with this, presumably. Because otherwise it's not solvable. So yes, we have a key, so we might be able to open the door that's locked. And then we have to go to the mausoleum to get the key to the greenhouse, and then we will be able to find the missing book.
Now it's open.
There we go, now it's open. Okay, so we have a staircase, we have a couple doors. Hat rack, doors, no. Nope. Is this openable? Okay. We've got a storage room. That's the portrait.
The man's definitely a dead ringer for the professor.
I assume that's the father.
A ripped canvas.
Yep, couple ripped canvases. But nothing else. Empty picture frame. Some sort of scale, I think. But nothing interactable.
Evie's last remarkable trait
things.
was her extraordinary memory, a gift I was never blessed with. So allow me, the narrator of this tale, to be the one taking notes. For the sake of clarity, of course.
Okay, so this is the narrator notes, rather than her notes. Okay, so she took notes of the books, and she took notes of the pictures. Then there is a door here. Okay, that goes into some sort of dark room that looks a lot less
Can't see a thing
decorated.
in here. The Better turn my flashlight on. Much better.
Okay, we've got a bit of light, although it's not the brightest flashlight ever. What we got? Can we have a shovel?
These tools haven't been used in a long time. That explains why the garden was an absolute mess.
Okay, it's just some gardening tools. So does this then go outside? Okay. Yes, it does. That thing ahead of us might be the greenhouse, but if that's the case, there was still stuff on the inside. There were stairs up, so let's just explore the house first and then go outside. Okay, we've got more family pictures, creepy pictures. A couple more doors. Something to read. Senator John W. Everhart, Republican, announces bid for Massachusetts governorship. State Senator John W. Everhart, a staunch Republican voice in the Massachusetts legislature since 1912, today announced his candidacy for governor, speaking to a packed hall of partly faithful in Fenway Hall. Everhart called for steady hands and firm principles in time of uncertainty abroad. Did the door close behind us? Yes, it did. The one that on the outside. But that might be just like a game thing where, you know, when we're outside, they might just not have the house loaded in or something like that. Hello. You're here to say hi and cause trouble? Cat break. Okay, so his dad was a politician? Or, yeah, I think that's his dad.
Looks like the professor's father was involved in politics.
Yeah. She confirms. Okay, what's here then? Is it open? It is, okay. Another dark room.
Wow, this room is really depressing.
I mean, it's mostly just dark and covered up, but... Oh, it's boarded up, actually. Not just covered, but full-on boarded up. And play some music?
Under different circumstances, I might have found this song beautiful. But at the moment, it sends a shiver down my spine.
Okay, just some music. Turn it off in case that's copyrighted or anything. There is... Montana driver's license, Manuel Silva. Okay. That doesn't sound like someone who's part of the family.
The driver's license of a certain Manuel Silva.
Yeah, from Boulder, Montana. Why do you have some person's random driver's license? That's the room. Oh, there's a dead Christmas tree. So I guess after that he just never sorted the room out. Just left it like that. Okay, that's a picture of a grave. Yeah, Nora Everhart. Grave with a statue of her, and then there is a symbol. Trying to zoom in, but
Looks like a memorial of some kind, dedicated to a woman.
yeah, I'm not sure if you can see that, but on the tree, on the side, maybe better like this, there is a symbol, like carved into it. So that may be meaningful. Okay. That's the driver's license, that Christmas tree, rolled up carpets, empty picture frames. Okay. Oh, that's the one that we saw on the wall.
Someone has ripped the canvas. There's a Latin inscription in its frame. Providere debemus.
Okay, so she took a note of that. And that looks like it matches the other picture we saw in the storage room that has a corner ripped off. Excuse me. Still got the cough that I had yesterday, so I think that might be the sign that I am indeed gonna be ill, but you know, at least I'm gonna be ill during the week where I'm not streaming, so that's fine. I can be ill at work. Okay, that's the top of the library then. What's dust in here? Ooh, fish people.
Such odd totems. Are these fishes?
I guess so. Yeah, some other like coral bits. Turtle shell. Yes, I guess those are the things from the expedition. Senator's son seeks cure in South Seas. Harrison Everhart, son of the state senator John Everhart, has announced plans for an expedition to the South Seas. Mr. Everhart's wife is reported to be suffering from a rare and as yet unidentified illness for which no treatment is known. Convinced that a remedy might exist in distant and little-charted regions, Mr. Everhart will depart within the month, accompanied by a small party that includes a medical professional, technical support, and other specialists suited to the challenges ahead. Yes, that's about the previous game.
So Professor Everhart set on an expedition to the Pacific. I never pictured him as an adventurer.
Yes, that was them too.
That expedition must have been quite important for him.
Oh, it had certainly been important to him, and to the other expedition members.
Yes, so that's where the wife actually disappeared, transformed, something like that. What's on this side? Okay, more ripped pictures.
Torn canvas. The frame reads, Sed Futura.
I was like, said, isn't that... It is a word on one of the books. And Providae, yes. Okay, so somehow the pictures and the books are going to be related. Like we have to arrange the books based on the pictures somehow. So we've got some sort of nook here and pictures. Pictures of the fireplace?
There are a lot of pictures of that fireplace.
Yeah. Is the fireplace suspicious? I mean, I went around and inspected it. I didn't see any secret buttons. But there might be. I mean, yes, that's a pretty cool library. You know, imagine just having little cozy reading nook above their giant library with all the books you could ever read. Yeah, secret passage, it does feel like it, but we have to figure out how to open it. The address is 5 Prospect Road, Boston. You can't miss it. It's an abandoned mansion at the end of the road. Fish off the old man and bring me the object. As soon as I have it in my hands, the remaining 2,100 will be yours. Good luck, Mr. Richie Farrow. Okay. So this is here. 5 Prospect Road is where we're at in this mansion. So this is a note that someone else brought here?
Goodness gracious. Someone hired some goons to kill the professor.
Yes. Well, he's already been taken, so that's why. He was trying to photograph the shadowy tendrils? Maybe. Maybe he was. And like to prove that they were there, but actually only he can see them. Well, we can go downstairs and take another look. See if there's anything. Because like we can look at the
I wish
fireplace.
this fireplace was lit.
But then she just complains that it's cold. I can't like crouch to look deeper inside it. Can't go around this side because there's wood. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything right now, but we may see something later that's like, press over there, secret passage. It has some copyright music. Yeah, I've turned off that music that was playing in the record player, because that was danger. Like, I saw that I think you can buy the soundtrack with the game.
The size of this place.
So that usually means like the music is made for the game. Which usually means it's okay, but we'll see. It's usually
Breeding
not
cats and dogs here.
Where are the bedrooms? Who knows? Right now we just saw the library. Okay, so we've got a vase we can
This thing
spin.
with a face engraved on it can be rotated. What kind of madhouse does the professor live in?
Okay, so we can spin this. And then there is a well.
It looks like there's a symbol carved into that bucket. Is that a fish?
It is a fish. Yes, okay, so there's a well with a fish in it. But it's no bedrooms, just library and office. No bathrooms either. Okay, anything else? That's just a fence to somewhere else. Okay. Let's see what else we can find. That's the door we came through. I'm just looking in the bushes in case there are any secrets. But it seems like if there's bushes, then we can't. Over the bridge then. Oh, another vase. So they're definitely going to be some sort of puzzle where we have to rotate them the right amount of times or something like that.
Careful. The stone staircase is slippery.
Yeah, we slip and die. Game over. So that's the greenhouse, I presume. There where we have to go and get the book, but from what it said, it's locked.
Darn it. This door is locked.
Yep. So, not until we find the key we can deal with that. Okay. Nothing here hidden in the corner. I'm just, you know, making sure. Oh, that's okay. Another vase. I catch it, she makes a note, so good to have a record. Okay. Invisible wall there, can't go in that corner. Oh, okay. So we
What
have...
kind of a door is this? It doesn't even have a lock. Just some symbols.
We have the faces from the vases. And, well, we have the fish symbol that we saw. So that's gonna be what we have to do with this. Okay, she did take a note of this. I don't have to take any notes. Okay, so we have... Yes, like, there's a crying face near the fish. And then this face, okay, but that means we have to not only find the faces, we have to find the symbols. So like, this guy here, he looks kinda sleepy. And so he's supposed to be looking at a moon symbol, potentially? Because, yeah, where can I find a moon symbol here, then? Kind of dark in the bushes. I may have to see if we can put the brightness up a little bit. Because the game is looking... Okay, it is actually looking darker than it's supposed to be, because it says like, do it till it's barely visible, and it's actually not visible at all. So, I might be playing it on too dark. Okay, that is a lot better. Yes, it didn't give me the brightness setting when I launched it, so I didn't actually know I needed to adjust it. Okay, but I'm not seeing a moon symbol anywhere here. Because, like, at least there was a fish symbol over there, right? So, okay, let's go back to the fish. Let's see if we turn that face that's near the fish to look at the fish, that will actually unlock something for us. That's not where the fish is. But that means we should be able to find a symbol near each of the faces. So that's him here. He is the crying face. And from this picture it does say the crying face should be near a fish. So if we just turn him to look at the fish. Of a game where it takes notes for you. I mean, it definitely can be nice, it can be good. Like, it's just, you know, finding the balance between taking notes for you so that you don't have to scribble every single thing and visual by yourself versus, you know, it being so helpful as to, you know, spoil every puzzle by accident. So we'll see how it balances out. Oh, okay, there is a symbol there. On the greenhouse. Yeah, I think... So, is this face actually looking at that symbol already? Okay, yeah, so happy face is supposed to be looking at a leaf. So I think it already is. I think that's fine. Yeah, I think if in blueprints it took notes for you, it would have, you know, taken quite a bunch from the experience of the blueprints. So sometimes taking note is the fun of it as well. So it's definitely about whether it's appropriate for the game and how to balance it. Okay, so in theory I have 2 vases that are doing the right thing, but nothing changes here for now, so I guess... I know, okay, that does unlock 2 things. Okay, so that confirms it. But that means I still need to even find the 2 of those. Maybe this one's gonna be like the symbol was removed, so we just have to... Oh no, I can see it now. There it is. There's the moon. Okay, so the vase has to look at this. Okay, and that should now give us 3 things. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we have to find 2 more vases somewhere. Yes, I mean, because the vases only turn 4 ways, it shouldn't be too hard to find them. It's just how far can they see, right? Okay, here's another one. Inside this gazebo. And there's a note. Take down all of Father's portraits, get rid of all Mother's esoteric junk, except the hidden room. The hidden room. Cut down the burn tree near Nora. Holrich or Maddie, maybe another day.
Hidden room?
Yeah, exactly, hidden room in a mansion. Oh my god, is this my favorite thing ever? We must find the hidden room. Okay. So, where is the symbol for this guy? Because he's like an angry dude. Are there symbols on those little pillars somewhere? Like on the backs of them? No, but there is something on one of the pillars that looks like someone was burning something. And he's supposed to look at a fire. So maybe instead of a symbol, he looks at this? Ah yes, yeah, we saw the symbol on the picture near the grave. So if we find the grave, we will find the symbol. Okay, so he's looking at an actual like remnants of a fire rather than a fire symbol for now. Okay. There we go, there's the grave.
Gosh, this is so beautiful. Yeah. It's a woman's grave. Nora Everhart. This must be the professor's wife.
Evie found it hard to believe that the recluse living in the abandoned mansion had ever loved anyone. But he had. Truly and profoundly.
I mean, he only became a recluse after his wife died, it seems.
Such
or
a
disappeared.
graceful and elegant woman.
Evie certainly had a keen eye for beauty.
Yes, like, Nora appreciates her compliments. Okay, so this is the tree, I guess, that he cut down because it was burned. But on the picture, I'm not sure if we got okay, she didn't actually take a note of that. But yes, on the picture we saw that symbol that we need for a vase was on that tree, so this just has to face the tree. Yes, they cut down the tree like blueprints. Okay. Always with the cutting down trees. Cutting down trees puzzle. Okay. So that should now be open. We should be able to go to the gate and open it fully. Assuming I'm right about the fire. But also, yes, we're running around in the rain. Thunderstorm, no raincoat, no umbrella, anything. We must be absolutely soaked. There we go. Oh, is that the mausoleum then? Okay, there's gonna be some skeletons probably before we go inside. I'm just like, let's look around, but no, there's invisible walls stopping me from snooping around the back. Okay, well, let's go in then. Hello? Any ghouls? There's a portrait of a baby. Ah, that's the greenhouse key.
This definitely looks like the greenhouse key.
Yep. Okay, so is this why the mother was obsessed with the spiritual? Because she lost a child?
Oh dear. A dead child. This is simply heartbreaking. The inscription on the frame reads, Praeterita mutare.
I assume this is Latin, but I don't speak Latin to know what it says.
In loving memory of our firstborn son, John Everhart Jr.
Gone too soon, my beloved angel. We will meet again on the other side. Okay, so yes, they've lost a child, and then she was like, I want to speak to the spirits so that I can connect with him again.
That's from the Bible. Psalm 1, verse 1. This person must have been quite devout.
Blessed is the man who walked not in the counsel of the ungodly. So that's Margaret Everhart. Thomas Josiah Everhart. Feared God and honored duty. Okay, that seems like the previous generation. Elizabeth Mary Everhart. That must be the mother.
Found her path in the shadow of morning?
Like the current professor's mother. John Washington Everhart, and that's the father. Father, husband, and servant of the people.
Father, husband, and servant of the people. This must have been the professor's father.
Yeah. Okay. So we found 3 pictures. But this makes it feel like there should be maybe 4 pictures. But yes, let's go to the greenhouse because we have the key, and that's where
Harry
we're gonna get the
rarely
book.
spoke of his brother John, mostly because he had never known him. The boy had died years before Harry was born. Still, he believed that tragic incident had played a critical...
Voila!
Oops. Sorry. I thought she was gonna keep talking as I walked, but no, that interrupted her. But yes. It seemed to just confirm what I said, where, yes, because she lost a child, the mother was obsessed with the spiritual.
The professor really seems to be interested in botany.
Just growing little flowers. That is quite the greenhouse. Yeah, the family was definitely rich, although, yes, things are in disrepair, like the glass is broken, water's leaking in, so yes, he's definitely not been taking care of the place since his parents passed away.
More gardening tools.
Okay, more gardening tools we cannot pick up. It's not that kind of game.
These white flowers are scattered all around the mansion.
They're also at Nora's grave, so that might be something to do with her. There's a book. Eva Futura, and yes, it says Futura on the back of it.
Appears to be a Spanish edition of the science fiction novel The Future Eve.
Sorry, interrupted her again, but she was done. Okay, so now we have the book, and we have some pictures. So are we able to now solve whatever the book puzzle is. We'll see. Because yes, the words from the pictures definitely seem to be aligning with the words that are on the books. So it might be something to do with like arranging them in order. Like, you know, we have the picture of the father and the child, so it might be something about putting them in the right order. So that was over here in the office. You can put the book back in. Yes, so we have the Provider, Debmus, Set Futura, Praetra Utare is the three Latin phrases, and then we know how the picture goes in those frames, right? The blue guy, he goes with the Sed Futura frame because that matches, and then the green guy, he goes with the ripped off corner. But then what? Because we have the same words, like the Provider, Debmus, that says on one of the picture. Then Sed Futura, that's another picture. And then the Pretiera Mature Mutar. Okay, but that means we're missing... Yes, that means we're missing one more frame. Non-possums. No possums? Okay, where is the non-possums? Yeah, I don't really know Latin or at all. Semper ubi sebubi or something, I think is the funny Latin. But other than that, not really. Okay, we can't leave through this door because I guess that's how we got in here. So there's nothing past this point. I'm not seeing any frames on those walls because the one in that corner is the one we got already. Yeah, we can't go back to the corridor. Like it's locked away. It's no longer interactive, that door. So presumably there wouldn't be anything in there. Ah, there we go. There's the non-possums.
This young man, Professor Everhart? It does look like him. There's something written in Latin on his frame. Non-possumus.
Non-possumus. Yes. I mean, yes, by elimination, that's the two words that were going together. But just, what, do we arrange them by the age on pictures? So the baby picture goes first. So that's the two books that are to do with the baby picture. Then a young man, so... nope. Non-possumus. Then Sed Futura.
A secret compartment?
There we go.
Evie had never been good with languages, least of all a dead one like Latin. Even so, she managed to grasp the general meaning of the phrase. We can't change the past, but we must anticipate the future.
Ah, okay. We shall anticipate the future. Yeah, the only kids Latin we have today are written Latin. Verbal Latin is hard to find nowadays, so who knows what is the correct pronunciation of Latin words? Yes. I mean, I'm sure there's people that study it and try to work it out, but obviously, yes, variable things don't preserve as well, so they will only know so much. Okay, there is the picture of the fireplace, but there's also
like
an object.
Music box of some sort?
Mysterious. Okay, can we spin it? We can spin it, and then it opens. And we get a mermaid.
It doesn't make any sound. Maybe it's broken.
It doesn't make any sound. Well, it might be broken, or it might be that we have to do something specific. Or take it to a specific place. Okay. Okay, we're not taking it with us, so we may have to bring something here. Ah, the fireplace again. Architectural modification, Mrs. Elizabeth Everhart, January 1912. Description of modification. At the request of Mrs. Everhart, an alteration has been commissioned involving the installation of a concealed mechanical opening within the fireplace structure of the West Wing drawing room. Details of the mechanism excluded from public record by client's instruction. Yes, so something on that side of the fireplace.
Unbelievable. There's some kind of secret compartment in the fireplace. Feels like a mystery novel.
Yes, most Latin speakers learned it academically as part of long chain of academics. Yes, so it's just kind of self-perpetuating thing of like, well, if people are teaching it incorrectly, then it just kind of keeps going that way. So by now, who knows? Okay, so we press the fireplace.
Definitely like a mystery novel.
Okay,
Ooh.
that's the secret room. Ooh. Whole secret tunnel. Oh no! It locked! Okay, well, I guess we're stuck here. Might as well go forward. See what happens. More artifacts that he's been hiding from people. A map. Boston, 100 Years of Progress. Skeletons. Fish skeletons. Various artifacts. Well. Oh, it's broken. Someone stole something from here.
Professor! Professor! What happened? He's knocked out cold.
Okay. It's just...
Statuette's broken. And the sphere. Shattered to pieces.
Interesting. I mean, did they want to destroy it, the people, or was this an
I
accident?
wonder if I...
No! Don't touch it! Don't touch it.
Introductions between strangers are always a bit awkward. But in Evie and Harry's case, things were even more uncomfortable, due to the unusual circumstances under which they had met.
How are you feeling, Professor?
Considering I was assaulted, knocked unconscious, and someone tried to rob me in my own home, I suppose not all that well.
Evie didn't know where to start. So, she took the most formal approach.
We haven't been properly introduced.
I know who you are, Miss Drayton. We had an appointment today. And I can also imagine what it is you want to talk to me about.
Evie was taken aback. He knew? So Professor Everhart had read her letters after all.
I suppose you have some questions for me, so go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, he may have read her letters, but it also feels like he knew more about, obviously, the statuette and what happened and, like, doing expeditions to weird civilizations. He just wasn't speaking to her. What is that statuette?
What is, or was, that statuette?
You haven't touched any of the pieces of it, have you?
No. You made that very clear.
Good. Because that black orb is made of...
Harry thought of telling her the orb contained the blood of an elder god that came from beyond time and space. But he chose not to frighten Evie for now.
a very dangerous substance.
Okay. Very dangerous. But we're somehow affected by it already.
Dangerous? What do you mean? Is it toxic?
Worse than that. I've seen people lose their sanity and their health just by coming into contact with that substance.
Where was it found?
I read in a Herald article that the statuette was found in an excavation in Virginia. Is that correct?
Yes. In the caves near the Rappahannock River.
It was led by a professor from Miskatonic, right? Paisley or Presley?
Nathaniel Wingate Peasley.
Yes, Peasley. Do you think it would be possible to speak with him?
No. He passed away a few years ago. Of natural causes. Or so I hope.
So he hopes. So probably not natural causes then.
Statuette is in pieces. What happened?
I destroyed it.
You destroyed it?
Yes. It was better than letting it fall into the wrong hands.
Evie felt frustrated. After all the effort it had taken to get Professor Everhart to agree to talk with her about that statuette. And on that very day, that curmudgeon shattered the relic into 1,000 pieces.
Who's responsible for all this?
For the robbery? Dr. Frog in the Throat.
Frog in the throat.
My psychiatrist. Or so I thought. I never should have brought him here. I've been too careless.
I thought the statuette was in the Miskatonic archive.
Yes, well, I brought it here for a research project I'm working on. About ancient civilizations.
Harry couldn't come up with a better excuse than that. Because I've hidden it in my own house to keep prying hands from succumbing to the terrifying powers of the Elder Gods sounded infinitely worse.
Yeah, like, how do you explain that to people? Being like, yeah, well, it's all cursed.
But there has to be more, right? More of those statuettes.
I really doubt it.
Are you sure? Because I'm convinced of it, Professor.
And why are you so convinced of that?
I've seen them. In my dreams.
What are you talking about?
Dreams about strange and ancient artifacts brought Harry bad memories. For personal reasons.
My dreams. I mentioned them in my letters. You remember? So, I've long dreamed of a place. It's an ancient stone city, hidden in the jungle, from prehistoric times. And there are more statuettes like that one, all holding those black orbs.
Miss Drayton, you better forget about...
So, if Peasley found that statuette in Virginia, maybe there could be more there.
Listen to me, Miss Drayton.
Maybe in those caves I could find
Enough
more.
of that! How could you be such a fool? Haven't you listened to a single word I've said? Don't you ever think of going near that cave in Virginia.
Professor, you can't be serious. I need answers.
Of course I'm serious! I forbid it!
Forbid it. I'm just like, she's an adult. So what powers do you have to forbid her? I'm pretty sure if you were like more forward with her to explain what it is, maybe, you know, you could explain your reason rather than just being like, no, I can't tell you.
Would you stop yelling at me? Grumpy old jerk. Look, I don't know who you think you're talking to, but nobody speaks to me in that tone. And what have I done to you to be so mad at me anyway? Because as far as I know, if it weren't for me, you'd still be locked up behind that fireplace.
Yeah.
So you can talk to me till
You
you're
tell
blue
him.
in the face, but you're not going to forbid me from going anywhere. Do you understand me?
It had been years since anyone raised their voice at Harry, and for the first time in a long time, he felt that an interaction with another human being had been authentic. Perhaps not very enjoyable, but authentic nonetheless.
That fireplace can be opened from the inside, Miss Drayton.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Would be weird if it didn't.
But even so, I owe you an apology. You've taken quite a risk without even knowing me, Miss Drayton. So, thank you.
all right. Apology accepted.
You're completely determined to go to those caves, aren't you?
Yes, absolutely.
You're right. I can't stop you from going to Virginia. But how do you plan to get there from Arkham?
Well, I don't know. I hadn't really thought about it. I don't think there's a regular bus service, is there?
No, there is not. So here's my proposal. I'll go to Virginia with you. I'll take care of all the expenses, don't worry. If there's one thing I have plenty of, it's money. All I ask in return is that you please follow my instructions while we're there. And be very careful. We'll look for whatever it is you want to find there, and then we'll leave. Agreed, Miss Drayton?
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Professor. And don't worry. I promise I won't get in any trouble.
Harry couldn't help but doubt that Evie would keep her promise. But even so, he immediately liked that sharp-tongued and stubborn girl. Which made sense. Harry had been a good friend of Evie's father, after all.
Ooh. They knew each other, him and the father, and then the father died. So, is that what he was going to apologize for? He had something to do with the father's death?
Here we are, the Rappahannock River caves.
But this place is closed off.
It is indeed. Apparently one of the excavation members died in there. An archaeologist named John Teague. That's why the government shut down the dig shortly after the statuette was found.
Wait, so what we're doing here is illegal?
If I told you that we were trespassing, would that stop you from going in, Miss Drayton?
Nah, not really.
Yes,
Go
suddenly
ahead,
she's so concerned.
please. Here, take one. We'll use these to stay in touch. Apparently, the cave branches off into countless tunnels, forming a maze where it's easy to get lost. So watch your step, because the... Evangeline!
Well, that's a good start. Yes, she was like, you're not going to stop me. But then she finds out it's locked and she's like, oh, is this a crime? Colossal caves and ancient relics. Okay, we've fallen down the cave.
Yeah, I think so. I'm safe. I'm on the path.
Follow the excavation trail. It'll lead you to the underground lake.
Okay, well, yes. Did they just come to this cave with like zero equipment for being in a cave? Okay, well, I mean, I guess that means you're now caught up on all the puzzles. If people in the past made a dozen, maybe there's a method to create it. Wouldn't it be better to find the recipe or blueprint? Well, maybe, except the part where the orb is like the blood of the elder god, so you would have to somehow source the blood of the elder god. So, I mean, after that, sure, maybe we can make some new statuettes.
A lake? In here?
Yes. The water from the Rappahannock seeps through limestone, so there's a complex hydrological system inside the cave. Beasley mentioned they had come across the statuette somewhere around that lake. It was one of the few things he still recalled from the dig.
Wait, he didn't remember the dig?
In his own words, he suffered a period of absence. Amnesia of some sort. He didn't even recall planning the excavation.
Yes, so somehow he was also affected and got the amnesia, but yes, how was she affected? Because as far as we know, she was not here with the excavation, so it got her somehow remotely. Okay, well, good thing this is all in good state still and we're not just gonna die because some rotten wood falls on us. So many fossils and everything. Just clearly excavated but then left like that. The place is also not very dusty. I would expect a cave where it's a closed-off excavation to be a lot more dusty than this.
But I had amnesia too. I don't remember anything from September to November of last year. When I came to, I was surrounded by books and articles about a place in Norway called Spitsbergen.
Spitsbergen? Isn't that near the Arctic Circle?
Okay, he's cutting off now.
Professor, do you hear me?
American dynamite. Yes, like so many just cleanly excavated fossils and they left it all, right? They didn't even finish taking them out or anything. I mean, it's a pretty cave. So at least that's nice. But yes, we have to find our way out of here, or we may just be stuck here forever. She may have been on that excavation. I mean, I was kind of originally thinking that, but then the professor doesn't seem to think that she was. Like, you would think he would have mentioned something. Authorization is hereby granted under federal acknowledgement and remains valid for the present calendar year for Mr. Nathaniel Peasley to initiate and carry out excavation activities at the site referenced in the accompanying description for purposes of survey and scientific inquiry. by authority of Henry R. Whitmore, Assistant Secretary, Interior Department of Edgar L. Manson, Register of Permits, President and facilitated by Caleb Bowen, Private Liaison. Okay, so Caleb Bowen, he was named as the person related to that organization that was trying to get the statuette from the professor. So he was somehow involved here.
Well, everything was properly cleared for the excavation, no doubt about it.
Yes, so he already knew of whatever was going on here. But now he wants the statuette.
Wow. What is this place?
Ooh, there's some...
Miss Drayton, over here. I'm here. I'm glad to see you. I thought you'd gotten lost. Are you all right?
Yes, thank you. You weren't lying about those tunnels. Have you found anything, Professor?
This mural. Come take a look at it.
Are we sure he remembers the excavation? I mean, we're not. He may have also forgotten. Yeah, I mean, probably smells. Yeah. You're right. But it's pretty! And there are some ancient wall murals for us to look at.
What do you think this means, Professor?
Warnings? Directions? Timelines? For now, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, we can just talk to him.
Notice how, even though the stone seems to have been carved millennia ago, the lines repeat with an almost rhythmic cadence. It's as if they were trying to convey a coded message. What do you think?
All of that was Greek to Evie. Her world was equations and laboratory experiments, not decoding ancient languages.
I mean... It might look familiar to her because of the things she sees in her dreams, right?
Well, I'm no expert in architecture, but I think I've seen structures like these in my dreams.
Really? Good. Good. That means we're on the right track.
Let's
I'll
look
take
around.
a look around, see if I can find anything interesting.
Fine. Just don't wander too far from the excavation site.
So here we have like a claw and some sort of potentially shrimp person's head, right? This could have been connected into one big body of a creature. And then there's some wavy lines with dots and a circle going in around itself, talking about some sort of cycle, maybe. Okay, let's inspect the other things then. See what we can learn and discover. There's notes for us to read. Professor Peasley, I regret to inform you of the passing of Mr. Teague. His cutaneous alteration worsened rapidly, and in his final days he showed disorientation and severe agitation, suggesting neurological involvement. Despite all measures undertaken, it was not possible to remedy his condition. Please accept my most sincere condolences. Respectfully, Dr. Stuart Mertens, Virginia Memorial Hospital. Okay, so that's about the guy that died.
Though Evie chose not to mention that report, it gave her a clear sense of the danger posed by the black ooze.
Yeah, he got oozed, and that's why he died. Like, there's language around the border, or you mean like the vertical and horizontal? Yeah, potentially. Okay, yeah, but she took note of the wavy lines and the circle. So that's, I guess, what we're paying attention to. See, that's the thing, like we were talking about the game automatically taking notes, right? Instead of taking a note of the whole mural for us to decide later which part is important, the game actually just took a note of a very specific section of it, which means, yes, it then leads you to like, oh, this is the bit that you're supposed to pay attention to, right? So it's the thing that I guess Juwon mentioned where, you know, sometimes it turns off your thinking because it does too much to point where you're going. So I may actually take a step back from checking the notes all of the time. Cutaneous alteration, his skin changed, didn't get infected or marked. Other way, that's significant change. The Gigi goes squiddy. Excuse me. Yes, he started turning. Facial patterns are extremely similar. Need to keep a written record. Oh, excuse me. My throat is really being like, nope. Assignments. Secular false analysis. Prioritize unusual symmetry. Monroe chart visible constellation check for deviations. Style infer function of the structure. Record hypothesis. Teague explore the water conduit. Search for functional remains.
Huh. The wording here is peculiar to say the least.
Yes. They were looking at constellations, water conduits. Father, I dare to write you once more, though I have no faith that you heed reason. It has been too many years of costly expedition to the most outlandish corners of the globe. I entreat you, return to Arkham and allow the Dean of Archaeology to handle the matter. You are, after all, but a professor of economics, you, for heaven's sake. Your grave concern, your son Wingate.
I would have liked to speak with this man's father.
Truth is, Evie would not have liked that one bit. Nathaniel Peasley had always been a brooding, reserved man. More even than Harry.
Yes, Teague was into... Oh, Jesus. Excuse me. Ah. Yes, he was sent to explore the water conduit, and then he died, so whatever he found there caused him to have a skin condition and die. Yeah, I'm gonna need some milk and honey stuff or something later. Right now I got tea, but yes. Throat is a bit scratchy. Luminescent underwater fungus, unknown species.
Such strange plants.
Yes, glowy, tentacly things. Hello, Joran. Next time you'll bring cake for everyone. Okay, I'll hold you to it. We expect cake. Okay, we can go a little bit here. There is some sort of column, but we can't go in the water. Okay, we don't want to turn into a squid like that other guy did. Some bottles, magnifying glass. Okay. We can't pick up any of those tools and use them. We can just look upon the shovels. Okay, more
I see
dynamite.
some sort of control panel here. And what look like piano keys?
Please refrain from touching anything, Miss Drayton.
Oh, we're absolutely going to touch it. You can't stop me. We've already talked about this. You can't stop me. Okay.
No, this isn't working.
Okay, so we can touch them, but we don't know the order, so it's not working. I assume this is like a reset button or accept button. So we have to figure out how to enable this or what order to press them in. Okay, that goes back to where he is. Yeah, but then we can go down here. Some side rooms. Ah, more murals. Yes, that's the shrimp people.
Here's another one of those murals, and it looks better preserved than the one you're examining.
Excellent. When I'm finished with this one, I'll come take a look.
5 jelly puddings. Okay, so yes, there is the shrimp person. Yeah, the 5 buttons, jelly puddings. And then the wavy lines with the dots. And then it makes something go up and down? That's what it's telling us? So is that telling us, like, maybe the order to press the buttons in? Because it has 5 gaps that the green dots go in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we just try pressing it like that, like 2 from an edge and skip the middle one and then 2 from an edge, probably not, probably too easy. Nah. Too easy. Okay, well let's look further around and see if there's more information. But yes, it all seems at least related. What, that and the buttons and the murals.
I found some diving equipment. What if Peasley didn't find that statuette near the lake, but rather beneath the lake?
You're not thinking what I believe you're thinking, Miss Drayton.
Well, that depends. What do you believe I'm thinking?
Getting into that diving suit and going down into the depths of the lake.
No. I just want to take a look around. That's all.
We need some sort of music for, I guess. There was something on that picture, but yes, she's like, oh yeah, there's some old diving suit that
The diving platform isn't getting any power.
no one has
What
used
did you
for
expect?
years.
The expedition wrapped up nearly 10 years ago. Nothing will be working after all this time.
Yes.
Still,
she's-
best not to mess with it.
yeah, like nearly 10 years ago, who knows how much of this is still working, and she just wants to go and play around with it. Okay, we can rotate this.
Pressure gauge, a sealing joint. Nothing too complicated. I think I can make it work again.
Okay, well, because she is studying like physics, mechanics, stuff like that, so...
This empty cylinder will do.
Okay, this will do for something, I guess. Pressurizing things, getting oxygen in.
The wiring in this place doesn't look too tricky. I think I could get it running again.
They're teaching physics majors to repair junk now?
Hardly. My Uncle Mo showed me the ropes. He and my dad had a workshop back in Benoit.
Even so, try not to touch anything, please.
He keeps saying that like she's going to listen to your don't touch anything, please. Okay, that's too much energy. Okay, so they each add a different amount.
Now it's working.
There we go. It's on. So that gets power into this thing. So now we have to turn it on. Okay, easy enough. Then we turn this. I guess it was already turned the right amount because it was in the green. Okay, I guess I've already turned it. So it's fine. And then we press. Ah, we put the tank in here. So okay, this is for filling the oxygen tanks. There we go.
It must be full of air now.
Yes, we're getting ready to go diving. Ah, the statuette. There we go.
It seems they found the statuette in the depths of the cave's lake.
Evie deliberately chose to omit that the man in the photograph had been entirely covered in black ooze.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk
Depths
about
of
it.
the lake? Are you sure about that? Wait until I finish with this mural and we'll talk about it.
She's just gonna be like, ah, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna go diving. Okay, that's actually the instructions for what I just did.
Air compressor. It looks like it works in the same way as the one we had in the workshop. Except for diving cylinders instead of car wheels.
Yeah, whatever. Works either way, but yes, I already fixed it. I don't need instructions. Doctor, I believe I've managed to infer the sense of the incomplete symbols on the mural. The sequence of sigil reveals a language built from curved strokes and dots. Based on this, the most plausible interpretation suggests that the pictogram refers to the act of rotating. I am convinced that the substance used is the same one we uncovered in Project Kronos.
Professor, have you read this report? Does Project Kronos mean anything to you?
No, I've never heard of it.
So yeah, the people here, they already had previous information about the substance and those civilizations potentially. According to Peasley, the black liquid reacts to sound waves. My hypothesis is that certain musical sequences may have been used to induce specific responses in the substance. A cavity of height L can behave as a resonator, with its fundamental frequencies approximated by F equals N times V divided by 2L, where V is the speed of sound in air and N is a positive integer. I need to determine the cave exact dimensions and compare them with these theoretical frequencies in order to understand how it works.
I found a report stating that the entire cave may function as an open-tube acoustic resonator, sustaining standing sound wave patterns.
Yes, could be.
Harry was a scholar rather than a scientist. Of course, he hadn't understood a word of Evie's scientific jargon.
Yes, I mean, I'm not sure I know what it means. There is some sort of equation we can calculate something with. I guess we're gonna need that tuning fork so we can tune the cave or attune ourselves to the cave. Okay, so we've got shrimp people and statuette. Shrimp people put blood in the statuette. Shrimp people heat the statuette. And that makes the statuette powered. Okay, well, someone was asking if there are instructions. There we go. There are instructions, but yes, without the blood of the elder gods, we're not getting far with this.
There's another mural. Looks like instructions of some kind. Just a series of steps to follow.
Instructions, you say? Well, this is all quite fascinating.
What you've missed in this part of the game? Well, we're gonna go diving for the blood of the elder gods, it seems. Because there are things in the water. How could Peasley have known so much about the refinery, the black liquid, and then the moment he held the statuette, it was as if he'd awakened from a bad dream? The man remembered nothing. How could that be? In that case, Fornag's death has brought everything to a head. They're going to shut down the dig and seize everything we've uncovered. It's all been for nothing. Damn it, yeah. So that's how Peasley has lost his memory. By touching the statuette. But that means she must have touched it somehow.
Oh, Peasley mentioned a refinery of some sort.
A refinery? In here?
For the blood of the elder gods. Very specific one. Shrimp people, yes. That's what I'm calling them. The dimensions of the architectural elements suggest that the inhabitants of this civilization possessed a much greater stature than a modern man. It's probable then their average height approached 10 feet. Does this correspond with Stahl's account?
10 feet? I wonder why these structures were so colossal.
Yeah, I mean, if the people were 10 feet, then surely you need tall ceilings, otherwise they're gonna hit their heads on them. Just poor shrimp people going around and bashing their shrimp heads on the ceiling. Okay, can't go further here. Can we climb anything else? Or are we gonna try and go diving? There's another element there that we may be able to interact with. This thing. Ah, that's where the statuette goes once we've found it.
There's some kind of stone dumbwaiter here.
What? A dumbwaiter?
Yes, that we will use to transport the statuette once we've got it. Can't go any further this direction, but yes, looks like some sort of big structure. That's back to there. Another big structure on this side.
I see some ruins rising out of the water here.
Yeah. So, can we go diving now that we've got the air tank working?
You won't believe it, but I managed to get the whole diving system working. The suit is ready to...
What? Didn't I tell you to leave that damned suit alone?
But Professor,
You promised you wouldn't get into any trouble. That's why I brought you here, remember?
Yes, you're right. You're right.
Of course I'm right. I'll be thinking. Forget about going down into that lake, you hear me?
Okay, Professor. Sorry about that.
But what if I just did?
Evie knew perfectly well that going down into the depths of the lake was not only dangerous, it was reckless. Besides, she had given the professor her word. So she asked herself if she really wanted to go down there.
Okay. So we can just be like, yeah, we're doing this. Yes, exactly. He knew exactly how this was going to go down as soon as she said, you can't tell me what to do or to not go, so she's going to totally go down.
But Evie decided to think it over.
Let's just take a minute to look about. Because yes, I mean, because the only other thing here is this thing. But I guess it's not gonna work without the whatever magic tuning fork they shown us on the picture. So potentially we have to dive and find it, right? Because yes, it's showing that keyboard thing with some sort of round instrument, which appears to be missing right now. And when we press thing, nothing happens. So potentially we need to go down and find it. Okay, well, I guess it's time to go diving then. Hopefully we're not gonna turn into shrimp people just yet, although that might be what happens to us in the end.
Evie knew perfectly well that going down into the depths of the lake was not only dangerous, it was reckless. Besides, she had given
we can talk to the
her word.
professor as well. Okay, we
So
can do
she
that.
asked herself if she really wanted to go down there. But Evie decided to think it over.
That pillar near the console, isn't there a pattern on the wall? Well, I can go and check. I mean, there's like patterns on the wall just in general. But it feels like something's missing from here. Yes, we can go chat to him and see what he has to say before we go diving and potentially die. Or something worse than death. So, Professor. Oh, we can't talk to you now? Ah. Okay, I guess I shouldn't have quit out of talking to him the first time around. I was being like, oh, I will go explore and then come talk to you about what I found, but I guess that's not an option they give us. Okay, well, I shall remember that for the future, in case if there's any more dialogue. Not here. Go here. The yellow markings. Do you mean on this pillar? Like they have golden markings on the various pillars? Yeah, I mean, they all have like golden edges on various things. Like, they look like decorations. Yeah, there's like golden edging, so that may have been part of just how they were decorating their things. Are we sure they didn't replace the professor with a fake one when the radio transmission was cut off? Well, I mean, they could have. But then what? Wouldn't the fake professor be telling us to, oh yeah, go diving, find us the artifacts? Okay, let's go see what's in the water.
Evie knew perfectly well that going down into the depths of the lake was not only dangerous, it was reckless. Besides, she had given the professor her word. So she asked herself if she really wanted to go down there.
So yeah, the mural behind the professor, that seems like a similar group, but we've already had that one. Okay, let's go down.
The answer, of course, was yes.
Professor, can you hear me? I'm sorry, but I'm going down.
What? Are you out of your mind? Don't do it! You're going to...
I have to go, Professor. I'm sorry.
Goodbye, Professor. We tricked you. You should have known that she was like this. She was just going to do whatever she wanted to do. Here we are. Ooh, pretty. Pretty, but also probably dangerous.
Wow.
There's lots of various pink things. Yeah, the car was following us. They were watching us from the cliff when we were getting into the cave. But that means, yes, they're still on the lookout after the fact the professor destroyed the statue. That...
Evangeline, can you hear me?
Yep, I'm here, Professor.
How could you go down there on your own? That was utterly reckless. Don't you realize the danger you're in? Come back up right now.
Please calm down. It's all right. I just want to take a look down here.
Evie felt she was so close to finding answers. And she was already down there. What harm could it do if she just took a look at that refinery?
This is madness. I should have been the one to go down.
Professor, how could you possibly go down here at your age?
Wow.
What do you mean at my age? I'm only 67.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were like 80?
Harry found himself thinking he might have let himself go too much. 80 years old? Really?
Oh, must be the beard.
It doesn't look 80.
Tell me what you see, please.
It's hard to put into words. I never imagined an underwater cave could hold so much beauty.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty, but also, yeah, old civilization of incomprehensible terror and the elder gods. But pretty. Pink lights. Don't worry about it. What could possibly go wrong? And now we gotta squeeze ourselves through a tight cave bit underwater. Totally not giving me all of the anxiety in the world. Like, I am not a big fan of tight cave spaces, and tight cave spaces underwater seems to, you know, be even a worse version of that. Yeah, noping right out of there.
What's happening?
This place is full of black liquid waterfalls?
Miss Drayton,
Yep.
please. Turn back at once and return by...
Oh no. No! I'm trapped!
Locked in here.
There's a column of black ooze behind me. Oh god. What do I do?
Keep calm, Evangeline. We'll find a way out, all right? And most important, don't go near the black ooze under any circumstance.
Fine.
Now move forward and tell me what you see.
Yeah, okay, let's not touch the black ooze, just so we don't immediately die. I mean, how bad could it be? Just some blood of the elder gods.
I see a ladder. Someone from the excavation must have made it this far.
Climb it. The farther you are from the black ooze, the better.
Okay, well, let me just check around the corner here, you know, see if there is anything to see. Okay, that's a whole pool of the black ooze here. Okay, well, let's go up the ladder then. Yes, diving is definitely not my thing. We're out of the water, but we're still not back to where we were. We're in some
I'm out of the
structure.
water. I think I'm in the refinery Peasley talked about.
Okay, so we've got another mural. Big waterfall with the statuette. We can make it part and open the way.
Professor, There's another mural here. Looks like a creature carrying the statuette and breaking the black ooze flow.
So that statuette repels the ooze? It's odd, but it's our only choice.
Yeah, so that means if you have the statuette, you're able to make it through the ooze, so that you will be able to get into more secrets.
I don't know if I can actually do anything here. The whole chamber looks dead. Powered down.
Okay, there is a pool of ooze. And another
We were
mural.
wrong about the statuettes, Professor. They're not ritual or ornamental objects. They're just energy containers, like a car battery.
Okay, they connect to things. They have energy. Later on we discovered that they wrote from right to left, which gives rather a different meaning to things, yes. I mean, it is an assumption, right, that we make, or I make at least, that yes, things are read from left to right, but yes, why would an ancient civilization have the same concept? As far as we know, they, wrote in random order. Who knows? Could be like a rival, right? Writing in a very, very different way. No spoilers. Okay, so we have some chambers. Well, if this is a refinery, I guess it must be for the liquids. And then this thing here, but not interactive. Okay, this is more about the tuning
I can see
fork.
one of those murals in here. But this one is massive. Wait a minute. I know this. I've seen this hundreds of times.
In your dreams?
No. At the university. This is a blueprint. A technical drawing. Thousands of years old, but that's what it is. And you won't believe this, but everything in here runs on...
Black ooze.
How could you possibly know that?
I just know. Tell me what else is in the mural.
Yeah, I mean, there may have been black ooze in the first game as well. I just don't quite remember. Yeah, spiral languages and stuff like that, right? Yeah, it's not exactly technical drawing. It's just like a more of a general structure. It doesn't give you full detail. But yes, there is like 2 towers, and yes, actually, now I'm trying to think, in that very first scene, right, where we were in our dream and there was the statuette, was it in some kind of shape that looked like this tuning fork here? That's here over the keys?
Those piano keys I saw on the surface, it seems they're used to control the towers. Those ruins I saw rising out of the water, they're not ruins, Professor. They're 2 stone towers. And apparently, they're used to alter the state of that liquid. The black ooze?
Yes, that's basically everything that's upstairs, right? The keys, the towers that are kind of ruined.
One of those towers is loaded with statuettes.
I told you so, Professor, Evie thought of saying. But seeing the mess she'd gotten herself into, she figured it wasn't the right time to brag.
Yes, I told you so, but also I got stuck in this black ooze refinery, blocked by black ooze, so yes, potentially nothing to brag about. Yes, and a black ooze container.
It looks like the black ooze can be channeled from where I am now. There's some kind of valve-driven collector system that directs the flow upward. Apparently, we need 4 units of black ooze.
Okay, well, let's just find some god that we can, bleed out for the ooze. I mean, I guess there is some in the container here.
Wait,
Oh.
what?
What is it, Miss Drayton?
It lit up. Everything in here just lit up all of a sudden.
Yeah, who turned this on? Oh, I guess it was me, because I stood on this. Okay. So we've got some orbs. We've got some containers. Is this now... Okay, this is now all clickable stuff. So we've got the round things, kind of line that's bent. Okay, so this is how things connect. Get a bucket. Yes, do we need to pump from here? Will that make the ooze go? Okay. That's filled it with 1 ooze and 2 water. Okay, and then we can't do any more because it's full.
I'll try to redirect the black ooze upward.
Fine,
That
but
puts it
please
over
be
there.
careful.
Don't worry. This isn't so different from
The
the
one is
fluids
an
lab
arrow?
back
I
at
mean, it's-
Miskatonic.
It's like half an arrow, but yes, I assume we have to figure out how to separate the ooze and the water so that we just get ooze in this final container. Ah, okay. It does this turns, so it's like either go there or go there. Okay, oh, so it tells us it goes this way, so it goes from this container to this container. Okay, so we can direct to this container. And that just drained it out fully. So the water, we don't want the water, so we should put it in this container up there and drain it out. Okay, but then what? If we do another intake... Okay, we get 2 water and 1 ooze. Yeah, it's time for that bucket puzzle, right? Where they do different things. Okay, so does that mean we should redirect this here? That gives us 1 ooze and the 2 water there. But then, if we go here, that will take the 2 water away and we can drain it out. Okay, so do we just repeatedly do this? It's just we always get one ooze and 2 water when we do that. Okay. Drain that out. Get it away. Okay, it seems we just keep doing this. Oh, but now it will drain, yes, it will drain both the ooze and the water away from this container. So we've gotta change some things. Okay, but while it's in that container, we can't do more, right? We can't send it anywhere else but just to the... just empty it out. Okay. Is there more connections that I'm missing? Because that just goes there and there. That goes to that container. But then once it's in that container... Okay, so this is
Looks
just...
like I can't pump this up until the big tank is completely full of black ooze.
Yeah, so this is just the final press this when it's ready. But yes, that means we have to get 4 ooze in this tank. But now I'm just like... But we're only able to go one direction. We can't direct from that back tank into the other tank. Or also, can we not go over those pipes? What's this? Okay, that's another...
I can see the other end of that stone dumbwaiter.
Okay, that's another statuette dumbwaiter. Okay, and that just takes us to the start. Just checking. Yes, is there more configurations we can do with those tanks? Do I really have to like go all the way around to get over the pipe? I can't step over them? Okay. It does seem like it. Okay, but now we can send this water into there, so it's already preloaded with 1 water. So that when we do an intake and put it in the big container. Yes, we're only draining away 1 because this one already has filled with 1. And now, if we just get extra ooze, we should be able to just pump ooze into the final container. There we go. That's 4 ooze.
Alright, I think I've got it. I've redirected the black ooze upwards, so...
Yes, something's happening up here. Let me take a look.
Okay. Are we gonna be doing thing as him now?
What is that?
There we go. That's the tuning fork.
Harry's fascination was growing. Here he had living proof of an ancient civilization with technology beyond anything he had ever seen.
Yes. There you go. So now the buttons are going to be working. So we have two configurations for the buttons, right? One from that mural. I guess we can look in the thing because we already got them. So yes, one is like 1, 2, 3, 4 and a gap, and then 2 on each side are to cycle. So is this going to work now if I do... And that raises the towers.
Those ruins are actually towers. Stone towers.
Okay, now that I've raised them, oh, I can rotate them with the other pattern. So the 2 dots on each side will rotate them. No? Oh, it's the second button. No? Okay, let me go and see what's going on. Ooh.
No, not now, damn it.
But the oily shadows Harry saw obeyed no reason. They simply appeared when he least expected them. Though the reality of those shadows was, of course, far more complex than that.
Yes, because he sees the ooze, but that might be related to the expedition he had with his wife.
Evangeline, I think we can use this contraption to exchange items between us.
The dumbwaiter, you mean?
Yes, the dumbwaiter.
Okay, so we can, if we find items, we can send them from character to character. So it's gonna be like a 2-character play. But yes, we can't get into those towers because we need to rotate them. So I thought that other mural that was saying how to rotate, but maybe I'm just misreading. Okay, so it has 2 dots on the second line. And then, oh, okay, and then 2 dots at the bottom. So it's actually a button at the edge and a button that's second in. And there we go. Now they're rotated. Okay, so now we should be able to access the left tower. Go around here. We have to go on the little boards, otherwise he can't hop up. There we go. Another mural. Okay, so that's another pattern.
Evangeline, there's another mural in here.
Do you think you can interpret it, Professor? What does it portray?
Fire.
Apparently they used fire to do something.
That makes sense. This is some sort of refinery after all.
Yes, I mean, that aligns with that mural in the back that said, like, they would heat up the statuettes. Those inhuman figures, the great race of beasts. Somewhat canonical body, 2 arms and pincers, extended neck with head and tentacles. They swap minds with other creatures, including across time and space. That suggests that they might have taken someone over at some point or not. It depends if they're just using flavor or more. Well, that would be interesting, right? Because that would then add up with the people having amnesia, right? If the creatures were swapping minds with them and then, you know, they were having amnesia, but actually they were doing research and doing that kind of stuff and getting in, doing excavation, that would add up, right? They're trying to use the humans in order to be able to do whatever business they have here. Okay, well, let me see if I can get into the second tower then. If I do this in the other orientation, will they rotate a different way? No. Okay, so... this this one to spin them again.
I think that's as far as the towers can move in that direction.
Yeah, as far as they can move in that direction. But then the new pattern we got is like one in from each side, then outside and middle. No, I keep confusing which side's left and right. So top is right. So one from right, then right. One from right, then one from the left, then right, then middle. Yeah, there we go. Yes, we're having to do music. Although yes, it's not based on at least being able to hear music and stuff like that, so I'm just repeating patterns. Okay, can I turn it the other way? Because it won't turn the same way we were in. So can I turn it opposite way, which would be one in from the left twice and then right? I'm doing it reverse.
So if I play the notes in reverse order, they trigger the opposite effect.
Okay, keep spinning it that way. So eventually the entrance gets to us.
That's as far as the towers can move in that direction.
Okay, so it won't come to us this way. So where's the entrance to that other tower now then? Because it feels like going either way, it didn't get us to get the entrance to the side we were facing. So where is it facing? Does it even have an entrance? Huh. I'm not sure there is even an entrance then. Because like, wherever I look, I can't see one. And if there is no entrance, what is the meaning of that? No. I don't see anything. No, I can't just walk alongside the edge. Okay, so if that's not it... The entrance... yeah, it does have some bits. What if I, like, put the towers down then? Will that do something specific? Because obviously we can reverse that movement, right? If we do it the other way. So go from the left. Now they're going down.
I think I'm beginning to understand how their language works.
Okay, but just how well, I mean, do you understand the language or do you just understand instructions for pressing musical buttons? Is the question. Because yes, now I put the towers down. But does that do anything, right? Because we just put it all the way into the water. Which doesn't seem as helpful. Can we get into that thing in the back? Like, it feels like we're missing a mural as well. No, we can't get across here. So I was like, there's some ladders there, so that feels like we should be able to climb up that thing, but we can't get there from this side at least. So we may have to figure something else out about that. Yay! Well, I guess it's more to do with the towers then. Let's see. So we can bring them up and down. So I guess we still need them up. And we can spin them and we turn the fire on. Although I'm not sure if it's on anymore now that we've dunked it in the water. So let's see. Yeah, it's possibly something more to do with the rotation.
That's as far as the towers can move in that direction.
Yeah, that was as far as they will go down. Try to light the fire where it's in the water. I mean, we can try. So 1 to right, 1 to left, right middle. That did sound happy. But now, yeah, now I'm wondering if we can move it up twice then. If that's a possibility. Nope, that was down.
I think that's as far as the towers can move in that direction.
Yeah, let's try if they will go up again. Oh yes, okay. There is a second layer. So now if we turn them. Okay, now we get 2 entrances. Hey, wow, let's go exploring then. Yes, lighting the fire in the water, I'm not sure that was what we needed. Okay, there's another machine here. Oh, and another music instruction.
What does this mean? Filling?
Yes, filling with something. But I mean, it seems to show water, but it could be some other liquid, like the ooze.
This is empty. Something could fit inside.
Potentially a statuette to fill, right? Because that's what we're trying to make here. Okay. Cool. What's on the other side then? Just some shelves.
Oh my.
Ah, the empty statuettes.
You are right. This stone tower is filled with statuettes.
But most of them are broken.
For many years, Harry had been haunted by that statuette. Still, he felt reassured to find that none of these held a sphere of black ooze.
Well, he feels reassured by it, except for the fact where we're about to make one that will be full of black ooze. So,
the statuette fits perfectly.
The reassurance will be short-lived. Okay, and now we have to cast this spell. Musical spell. I guess they're not really spells, they're just mechanical instructions. But spells sounds cooler. Okay, so what we got? Left, 1 to right, 1 to left, middle. Nope. Just immediately did it incorrect. Left. Right. 1 to left, middle. Yep.
It's filling the tower with black ooze.
It's all oozing about. I thought it was going to be oozing in the statuette, but no, it's oozing all over the place. Okay, is our statuette ready? Refilled? Ooh.
It's filled to the brim with black ooze now. I'm not touching that.
Okay, he refuses to touch it. But now we put the fire on to prepare it, right? Because that's what the instructions said. We have to fill it and then we have to heat it. So now we have to do the fire spell. Okay, so that's 1 right, 1 left, right, middle. Yes, cooking time. Cooking with Cthulhu. Okay, is it ready now?
Purple hue. Yes, it should be complete now.
I thought he wouldn't be excited by this, since he doesn't seem to like them. Yes, there we go, it's ready.
Harry glanced uneasily at the freshly made black orb. He didn't like it one bit.
All right. I think I've followed all the steps. Now I just need to send it to Evangeline.
Yes, she gonna use it.
I hope she knows what to do with it.
Okay, but I guess, therefore, Professor has not been replaced, right? Because we can control him as he's still working
Evie
with her.
finally held the statuette in her hands, and at once she felt disappointed. Yes, the statuettes were containers of energy, but did that explain her dreams? Her visions? She had to learn more about that lost civilization.
I've got the statuette, Professor, but it looks incomplete. Different than in the murals. The black orb should be lower.
So we have buttons. We can press.
Now it looks right.
There we go. Now it's
Excellent.
lower.
Now you should be able to cross safely. Come on, get out of there, quickly!
Okay, now we have the statuette. We can part black ooze, which means whatever's blocking us, we can get it out of the way and return to the top. Okay, get in the suit. Time to go diving again. Are they gonna make us squeeze through the cave again? Just so we can experience it some more?
Can you...
Oh, he's breaking up again.
And...
Professor? I'm losing you.
Delene!
Professor! Professor! I can't hear you!
Evie felt a chill sweep through her body.
Don't worry, Jennifer. Everything's gonna be fine.
Impossible though it was, she had just heard her dead father's voice.
Ooh.
Unmistakably.
Did he get
It works!
absorbed?
It works! The path is open!
Evangeline? I can hear you now.
Oh, good. Glad you're back, Professor.
I'll be waiting for you here. Once you're out, we'll return to... What the...
What the?
Professor?
What happened to him? Oh no, we're not gonna make it in time. But yes, did her father become one with the ooze? So she can hear him through the ooze? Because she doesn't know how he died. He just was gone one day, I guess, on some job. And then whatever the professor feels guilty about, it's to do with her father.
Evangeline, listen to me. There's someone else here.
What do you mean, someone else?
Stay down there until I tell you to...
Oh, gunfire.
Professor? Professor!
Okay, yes, because the people are following
Evie
us.
lingered in the dark waters of the cave, waiting for the professor's signal. A signal that never came. Even so, prudent as she was in waiting, her air supply wouldn't last forever. So when all the noise above finally ceased, she decided to come up.
Professor! Professor, I finally have it! I have the statue...
Yeah, don't say that out loud.
Well, this is interesting. You're going to have to come with us, Miss Drayton.
They're taking us to yet another manor. Starry Wisdom Society. This game is full of manors.
Wake her up. Welcome back, Evangeline.
Finally, this is also the story of an obsessive, manipulative, and ambitious man. This is the story of Caleb Bowen.
Wait, where am I?
I'll be the one asking the questions here, girl. My name is Caleb Bowen. I work for the United States government.
Bowen often made that claim, though it was at best a half-truth. Sure, he'd worked for the government once, but that was a long time ago, and he'd been running solo for years.
Do you realize that you trespassed on a site closed off by the United States government? And more importantly, that you were seen in the company of Professor Harrison Everhart. You may not know this, but Everhart is a subversive individual. We suspect he may be working for the communists.
Bowen kept lying. He knew Harry could be many things, but a communist was definitely not one of them.
Oh, it's timed interaction. Yeah, do you have any proof of
better
that?
have proof for what you're saying.
You are in no position to demand anything, girl. But even so, I'll show you who Professor Everhart really is. Your father's name was Franklin Drayton. He and his brother Moses ran a workshop in Benoit, Mississippi called Drayton Motors. He died in a work accident in San Francisco in 1934. Is that correct?
Yeah, you've been investigating me?
You've been investigating me? What kind of...
Shut up and listen to what I have to say. Do you recognize anyone besides your father in this photograph?
Yeah,
Wait, is that Professor Everhart?
Oh, correct. Everhart led an expedition to the Pacific in 1934. Your father was part of that expedition.
That was the only truth Bowen told during his conversation with Evangeline.
Your father didn't die in San Francisco, Miss Drayton. He died in excruciating agony, alone and abandoned, on an island in the Pacific, and all because of Professor Everhart. I bet he never told you that, did he? In fact, every member of the Everhart expedition died or disappeared under mysterious circumstances. Even the professor's wife, whose strange illness was the impetus for the expedition, died under equally mysterious circumstances.
I didn't die under mysterious circumstances. I died in our bed, holding Harry's hand. But Bowen had no interest in telling that part.
Okay, so she claims she just died. She didn't become one with the fish people. But yes, I assume this whole thing then references things from Call of the Sea, and he was one of the expedition members. But yeah, I don't remember all of those details.
How can you possibly know that?
One of my associates was part of that expedition. She also perished, though not before informing us of what had happened.
Evie was in shock and full of doubt. The professor was a withdrawn and sullen individual and, frankly, really hard to deal with, but could he also be responsible for her father's death? Despite her doubts, she kept silent, and wisely so. She still didn't trust this Bowen fella, regardless of his claim that he worked for the government.
Now you know the kind of person you've gotten involved with, Evangeline. And the kind of trouble you're in. I have a few questions for you. For your own good, I suggest you cooperate. That platform beneath the lake in the Rappahannock River caves, how did you manage to activate it?
I wish the girl could hear the narrator. Yes, how is the narrator able to see this? Are we saying she's in heavens and seeing this, or again, did she become one with the ooze and is seeing this? Okay, I mean, again, she's not the kind of girl that would be told what to do. So we can just pretend like we don't know because we were just pressing buttons and it just worked.
What do you want me to say? I don't know.
You must have recognized the girl's cognitive pattern, I'm sure of it. She even mentioned a period of amnesia. Just like Peasley.
I hope you're right.
Evangeline had not the slightest idea what those two men were talking about.
Why does he have black spots on him? Like,
Next
what's happening to
question.
his face?
You said a word while you were asleep. Nakotis. Do you know what that means?
Probably something in the old language.
It means pompous government jerk with a ridiculous pencil mustache.
I'm
You watch
fluent.
your mouth, girl. I'm warning you. Final question. Have you heard of someone named Dr. West?
I've never heard that name in my life. I swear.
This is a waste of time, Pharaoh. It's obvious the girl is hiding something, but there are more effective and less traumatic ways of getting that information.
Or he's about to hypnotize that, yeah.
You're right. Proceed.
You expect me to buy that this old geezer with a bow tie works for the government too?
You'll recall I mentioned that Evie was feisty and stubborn as a mule, and whatever they had injected her with wasn't doing much to tame her spirit.
I like to laugh too, Miss
Oh, that's
Drayton.
what the weird vision.
Please take a look at this. Do you understand this language?
They've
Even
drugged
though it
us.
was written in those puzzling characters, Evie understood the book's title. Narcotic Manuscripts. Non-linear displacement toward the Great Library and reversible transfer of cognitive pattern.
Tell me, Miss Drayton, what's written in the book cover?
Okay, so she understands.
Narcotic manuscripts.
Oh,
Evie surprised herself.
yes.
Had she
I
spoken
was trying
against her
to
will?
say
She couldn't
I
help but
can't.
translate the book's subtitle as well. She was feeling more and more tired.
That's better, Miss Drayton.
So yes, I'm not in control
Now.
of my actions now.
Open the book. Focus and listen to my voice. Listen to my voice while you read the book to us.
They're forcing me.
Read the book to us.
Salvek, Kornathun, Nakotas.
What just happened? Am I in my dorm?
Presumably she's hypnotized into reading them the language because somehow she's connected to the elder gods and she can read the language and understand the language, and she may become one with the ooze. Okay, so yes, this is her dorm, but obviously it's some sort of weird vision of the dorm. We can't interact with the objects anymore. The lighting is weird. Just, yeah, it's the sky. It's not like a normal outside. Okay, can we leave the room? Oh, okay.
Oh no, Evie was not in her dorm room. Not at all.
Yes, it's a different space in the universe. Yes, the drawing, the medical examinations. That's her father there? That's what she's seeing?
Over here! Evangeline! Hey, how are things, kid?
Papa! Papa! But it can't be! You're alive?
Of course I am, darling. But you have to find a way.
That was not her father, of course.
You must reach Nakotas.
So we're being manipulated to help them understand the secrets of the gods. But right now all we can do is just
Have I
walk
crossed
through the doorways.
another one of those portals?
Yep, we're just going from portal to portal, looking at the pictures.
Good Lord, none of this makes any sense.
There's the books from the office of the professor. They're just big now. Very big books. That would be very hard to read. Books this size. Imagine having to like get a whole exercise to turn a page. We're also walking on some sort of
really weird
manuscript.
Salve, Cornathun, Nakotas.
We might be casting an ancient spell as well as we're doing it. Okay, now it's all different here. Now it's a page in the language. Oh, we can see through it.
Motors? Dad and Uncle Mo's motor shop in Benoit?
Apparently so. So now we're walking on the roads.
Moses, we're running out of money. If we don't get some cash soon, we'll have to shut the shop down.
Okay, so they took that job at the expedition.
That's easy for you to say. I've got a daughter to provide for.
They took the expedition job, and he was never seen again. Because of the ooze.
You're a whiz, mister. Would you be interested by any chance in an exciting job opportunity in the Pacific?
Yeah, so that's the professor getting him in. Forgot to mention all the ancient danger that was waiting for them.
Don't do it! Don't go to San Francisco, please!
The fountains are full of ooze. So oozy. Okay, that's the professor's mansion. Oh, freaky!
Hey, what just happened?
It'll only be a few days, Jitterbug. I'll be back before you can say Jack Robinson.
Okay, but he's gone, yes. Freaky floors that go around corners. Now we're in the ancient fish people ruins again. There's the tuning fork once again.
Drayton is dead, but it doesn't matter. His death brings me closer to an answer. I'll do whatever it takes. The only thing that matters is Nora's life.
Yeah, so the professor was being...
No, that doesn't sound like the professor at all.
Evie realized Bowen's lies were seeping into her thoughts.
Okay, so that's them misrepresenting their professor then. Like, oh, he didn't care about anyone. He just cared about himself and his wife, but that's not true. Again, I don't remember like all of the details of, or like most of the details of Fall of the Sea. Just that, yes, it was similar in that way of they went on an expedition and then the ancient powers took her.
Frank,
and she had quite the experience.
How do you feel?
Not good. But that doesn't matter anymore, Mr. Harry. Just listen to me.
Yeah.
Get off this cursed island. You'll find nothing here but death.
He got oozed. And that didn't do him well.
Go back home. Spend what time you've got left with your wife.
The metronome hypnosis was just like
And there's
pixie powder, yeah.
There's another thing I want to ask of you.
Oh, so is the professor like sending her the money? Because we read that note that said like she receives money from insurance, but potentially it's from the professor.
Where am I now?
We're back to the start, but the dinosaur is not here. Not sure if should be worried that the dinosaur is now roaming free and is gonna chase us down.
Who are you?
Salve, Cornathun, Nakotas.
The great engineer?
Yeah, she can understand. But yeah, this is where we were at the start, but now it's not a statuette. Now it's something else up there. Also, I can't run, so she's just moving very, very slowly. Slowly climbing. Oh, it's the book. That's what we're seeing. There we go. Hello. We get to meet the shrimp people.
Incredible. Did you hear that? We were right. We finally found the coordinates. At last we know where Nakotis lies. Thanks for your cooperation, Miss Drayton.
Okay. Well, we gave them the information they wanted.
About an hour after Evangeline had her otherworldly vision,
Finally, I'm inside.
Okay. The
Harry
professor.
snuck into the same building where she was being kept captive. He had been there many years ago, when he was seeking funding for the Everhart expedition.
Okay, so that's how they were involved. They founded the original expedition, and now they still expect to get the things, right? They want the power of the artifact and the ancient gods, right? They're not happy that, you know, the expedition just perished and then he took the statuette and he wouldn't let them have it. So that's what's going on. But yes, the professor actually managed to escape them, I guess, in the cave, and only she was captured. So now he's gonna have to free her. Funny thing, they're body hopping. That's not the original form. They lived on another planet far, far away and had different bodies, but the disaster came and they escaped to Earth in new bodies. Okay, so they're like kind of like a body snatcher thing where, you know, they're just like, okay, well, I guess we can just go and snatch the minds of other creatures and get ourselves situated like that. I guess that's one way to survive through any sort of apocalypse or anything like that.
Miss Drayton, are you there?
Ooh.
What on earth?
Harry had always suspected that the starry wisdom was something far more sinister than a simple astronomical society. And as soon as he stepped into their inner sanctum, his worst fears were confirmed.
Yes, they seem to have, well, did they construct this? Did they steal this? But yes, I assume they're basically a society that seeks to find and abuse ancient powers. Got some hieroglyphics here. Those are from the Egyptians rather than the aliens, but who knows? Some people think that ancient Egyptians were aliens, so that's still a possibility. Okay, we have like statues, and this is, yeah, this will be turning around, and there are names on those things. Yeah, there are hieroglyphics over there, statues. But yes, here's the thing. My throat's been kind of scratchy, and I keep having to cough and stuff and all that. So I think even though, yeah, it's not been like too long of a stream, I think we're gonna wrap up for today, and we can come back to this game next weekend when I'm hopefully feeling better and I'm not gonna get super sick and be sick for a long time again. Fingers crossed. I really hope so. So yes, I hope basically you've enjoyed the kind of introduction, the setup to this game, and yes, you'll be here to see the rest of it Sunday next week. I don't think the game is like super long, but we'll see. But yes, hopefully that was interesting, and hopefully you've still had fun today, even though yes, I'm clearly not at my best today, but I still really wanted to stream, so I was like, I'm sure it will be fine. I'm sure that I can do it. But yes, to get you through the week, there will be, of course, videos on the channel. I've already put up the post with the, you know, what's on to this week, and yes, I'll hopefully see you all on Sunday for the rest of this game. So thank you all for stopping by the stream. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for hanging out in the background. Thank you for anyone who's liked the stream. And as always, thank you to all the members for supporting the channel. I hope you all have a good week ahead of you, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!